All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nab coming out with a lesson. Lord's will is edifying to the Lord's elect. I was watching some videos pertaining to what's going on in the Hebrew Israelite community, and what you see is the same old, man. You know, and I realized after I did a video that I don't even know why I'm even talking shit, man. Because after I did the video, I watched somebody else's video. I pretty much did a response video to a response video. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because then I actually watched the video. So I was thinking, that's not the way you kind of want to move. You want to, especially if you're supposed to be a judge, you're supposed to be gathering all the evidence before you make a judgment and cast a judgment on somebody. That's what's wrong with this society. This society will have insufficient evidence and still convict you on something and falsely accuse you. So you want to make sure that you get all the information you need before you make a decision about something. And don't listen to somebody else. Not to say that whoever I watched was wrong or anything. It's just that there was way more to the video, and I'm talking about Gorilla Hebrew. If you go to his channel and just watch the whole video yourself, he got 41 minutes of him saying whatever he has to say. Okay, it's better to just go to the video, watch it for yourself, man. Okay, well, that's one thing I noticed, man. It's just you gotta be more. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I gotta be more. I think everyone should practice that, man. You know, you want to make sure that you have all the evidence before you make a decision. Okay, and I think I found a precept on that. Proverbs 18:13. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. So it's folly is foolishness, and shame unto you, because you might even say something that don't even apply to what was said. So now you just look like a damn fool. So, you know, you want to avoid looking like a fool. That's why it's good to just learn the scriptures. Man, learn it to the best of your ability, man. Learn it for yourself, though. Okay? Learn it for yourself. Let me grab this and let's see if we can get all the meat off that bone. Because that's what it's about, man. We got this time to learn. But one thing I disagree with him about is because he said he don't want to be associated with the. Hey, you ain't got to be associated with anybody else, man. Ultimately, it's between you and the Lord. Okay, but this whole time you've been very worldly. Okay, and now it seems like you're gonna jump into more worldliness. So some people, man, everyone's in their lot, man. He ain't doing nothing that the Most High ain't allowing him to do, man. Everybody's not part of that elect number, okay? Not everybody. There's a predestination according to election. If you make it, you make it. But it's all you. It's what the scripture say. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. Let me grab that. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. I think that's Book of John 15 and 16. Let's go there. As a matter of fact, let's just jump over there. It's the Book of John, chapter 15, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So what does that mean? That means you can't determine whether you're an Israelite or not. If the Lord chose you to be Israel, you Israel. Whether you're a 2/3, 1/3, it don't really matter. But we know on this side, only the elect are going to be saved, and the non-elect, you're gonna die, okay? And guess what? There's nothing you can do to change that. That's just your lot, okay? And ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit. And bringing forth fruit is when you get somebody in this ministry and they remain, you know, that's part of your fruit. You doing the work. You don't know how much fruit you actually got. You'll never know. But you know by doing the work, you actually sowing, so, you know, we expecting the harvest at the end of the day, you know? But all of it belongs to the Lord anyways. This is his vineyard, okay? These grapes belong to him. We tending the grapes. He's giving us the knowledge to water his grapes. So we gotta be appreciative of that, and not lose focus on what actually matters down here. Because like I said in previous videos, it don't matter if you believe you're an Israelite or not. When you have the understanding of the Bible, salvation is only for the Jews. John 4:22, Isaiah 45:17. If you're not Israel, don't expect to get saved, okay? Unless the Lord has mercy on you, like Doubting Thomas, that he'll wake you up in the last minute when you see the spiritual power. Then everybody's gonna want to be a part of the ministry then. That's why it's better for you to be blessed now and believe in the truth right now. This is the time to believe in the word, okay? That whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. Yeah, so whatever you shall ask. Let's grab that and see what that means. John 15:16 meaning. Okay? It says, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. It says Hamashiach reminds the disciples that their calling is not by their own initiative. Yahweh Shai who called and appointed them. This reflects the sovereignty of God's will in choosing his servants. So he chose you, man. He chose you before the foundations of the earth. And we know that according to Jeremiah. Let me grab it. It wasn't up for you to learn this to become a prophet of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. He just chose you to do it. Pulls you right up out of the world. It's the book of Jeremiah 1:1. The words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Ananoth, in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem, captive in the 5th month. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So he ordained you a prophet before you were even born. So that just shows you he knew who you were before, spiritually, okay? He knew who you were before you even got sent down here. He knew you were going to. He ordained you, he consecrated, he sanctified you to have this truth, to come into this knowledge, to teach the word of God, to do these things, man. That was all up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's him. You haven't been chosen to do these things, man. But there's scriptures that tell you that some of y'all came into this truth and the Lord ain't choose you. Okay? Let me grab that precept. Yet they ran. Jeremiah 23:21, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. So some people came into this thing with a different intention, with a different purpose. They saw from the outside looking in, hold on, I can make, this is an opportunity for me to gain. I can turn this into some filthy lucre, you know? Some people had a mindset like that. They're not really serving the Most High, they're serving for filthy lucre's sake, which is money. Okay, that's what motivates them to learn the precepts and then flip it, okay? So they can get some type of fame, so people could look at them like there's somebody in this world, you know, for whatever reason you do it. But that's a foolish thing to obtain a wisdom that can lead to salvation and pretty much trodden it underfoot, kind of cast it behind you and act like you're better than the wisdom that you're using. So that shows you can regurgitate something and not believe it at the same time. Okay, and that's what you're starting to see. And the Lord is separating those who truly believe and who don't believe. But regardless of the fact if you're an Israelite or not, it's not up to you to believe this truth. This is a gift from the Most High. He's the one who tells you, who gives you that faith, man. You need that faith in these last days. And if you have more faith in the world, it's going to show it. You're gonna be more occupied in worldly things. Your resume is gonna look more worldly. But that doesn't necessarily mean you might have things of the world, but the Lord can sustain you. You want to still have some spiritual integrity in this world, man, because this world's designed for you to give up all morals, okay? Give up on serving the Lord and just be in the world, man. That's the temptation. That's the demon that's out here right now. Is getting people to fall out of the truth and just accept their accept that Esau is ruling. But this is why you got to be occupied in these things and be looking things up, making sure that these things are true. Because you can listen to all the great. There's plenty of men that do plenty of videos. There's plenty of knowledge out there that you can obtain. But if you don't believe it for yourself, you're just wasting your time. You should be getting into the scriptures, searching for yourself, man. Okay, you should be looking these things up yourself. Okay, let's go into that. Let's go into that. Jeremiah 23:21 meaning. I don't want to keep saying meaning. Meaning. Okay. This verse is a rebuke from the Most High against the false prophets, those who claim to speak in God's name, but he never sent them. I have not sent these prophets. The Most High declares that he didn't commission or choose these individuals to speak on his behalf. Despite this, they present themselves as messengers of God, misleading the people. And that's a good form to see if you're a false prophet, man. First of all, your prophecies don't come true. A lot of your prophecies you're making them up. Okay. Secondly, you mislead people, man. You mislead people. You mislead people from serving the Lord. Here it is. You got all these years in the ministry. That's why it don't matter how many years you got in this thing. This is why you want to be making sure that you standing up in this truth, man. You want to make sure that you standing on Yahweh Shah, because if you're not, the Lord's he's gonna show it. He's gonna show it. When that affliction came, he didn't stand on Yahweh Shah. He wasn't in a contrite spirit. No, he loves that wickedness, man. He's part of the world. That's very worldly of him to be associated with getting pegged, man. Okay? But you see this community, I mean, the homosexual community, they make the most money. They got the most girls, they got all of that shit, man. And if you lust after that shit, you're gonna find yourself in the same boat as this demon, man. You're gonna find yourself in that same boat. Well, ultimately, one thing he said, which is super spiritual to me, was that the Most High got him on a mission, and that's the truth. Your lot is your lot. That's the truth, man. But best believe tomorrow's never promised, man. You might think, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna build this, I'm gonna set this up and set that up. Man, I'm worried about today. If I'm gonna make it through today, okay? And I hope that the Lord gives me the strength, to get through the day, man. Because at any moment, overnight, he can flip your whole world upside down, man. Have you just want to go back into the world? It ain't nothing in the world. We're gonna go to the club, be with a bunch of transformers. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? You ain't preparing. You ain't building yourself up. You should be building yourself up. Okay? Studying, building yourself up. That's kind of all that you can be doing. Life is short, man. Life is short, and this devil got more shit in the that you don't even see coming at you every single day. The shit you eat, the water you drink, everything is an attack on you, man. And you ain't even fighting against it. You're not even warning people about it. If you could, if you believe that, if you believe, you would be doing the work. If you believe the report. Okay? That's why you got to watch out for these false prophets. It says, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. Ran means they hurried to declare a message or take on the role of a prophet. This shows they were zealous but self-appointed. They had no spiritual authority, yet acted like true prophets. And that's what he did, man. No spiritual authority. Then he ain't really come in the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If you really were in the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you would still be doing the work. if you were really of the house of David, you will have that contrite spirit that David exhibited when he went off. Okay, King Solomon went off more than anybody, man. So you can only imagine there's nothing you really can. If the Lord brings you into this thing, He's giving you an opportunity to pardon yourself. All your sins that you committed down here on the earth, there's a chance that them shits ain't never even gonna be remembered. So why not go hard for the Lord now? The brother's did all types of shit, man. Now he doing shit against himself, but some brothers done put people to death. You know, you out there selling drugs, you probably put somebody to death. And you don't even know it. You know? So you don't know what you did, man. You know, you don't know everything that you did and how it affected somebody else. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 23 and 21, I have not spoken to them. It says the Most High emphasizes that He gave them no vision, no word, no command. Any message they delivered was either from their own imagination or influenced by unclean spirits. Okay? Those unclean spirits, man, these spirits know the truth, man. These unclean spirits that have you saying shit so they can deceive many, and then turn around and try to get you to fully come up out of the truth. Okay, that's what these spirits are for. You got to take heed, man. 1 John 4:1 says, let's grab that. You got to take heed of every spirit. You don't know what spirit people are coming in, and sometimes you won't know. Sometimes you won't know. But in all, whether you know or not, the Lord knows. And if He's dealing with you, he might reveal something to you that nobody else sees, and it's only for you to know. He don't want everybody to know. He just wants you to know. Because he might not want you specifically he might be testing you and them at the same time with both of you. Or whoever you're amongst. Okay? This is all the Most High's, this is His system. This is His movie. He's the director. He don't want you somewhere, He'll remove you. He don't want you in a high position, he'll humble you. But for some reason, He doesn't look like He's really humble. He kind of looks like He's even more proud. Okay? Because a lot of other demons who are attracted to that type of spirit, that gangster, homosexual type of spirit. Not to say he's a homosexual, but you know, he practices something. He practices something freaky, I guess you could say, man. Okay, just freaky shit, man. A lot of these gangsters too. Y'all kind of, not all gangsters, but a lot of them have. There's a psychological. You know, you ain't got a father. You know, a lot of them experience the same type of things. That's all created by design, man. Ultimately, it's from the Lord. It's the curses. But Esau plays on those curses, man, to make you keep going off, removing the father from the house. Now you're more influenced by your community. You need that father figure in your life that'll prevent you from following these lost souls that are out here, man. Because the only time they get they feel like there's something is if they can take you out of something, man. Get you off of your game. Okay, that's how a lot of people think. And you might think, this dude's doing better than me, he's more fresh than me. It's not about that, man. He understands it's a demon, it's a spiritual aspect to it. He understands that the Lord's dealing with you more so than him, so he won't get you to go off. So you got to understand these spirits that are out here. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world. So you got to try the spirits. How you try the spirits? You should know them by their fruit. Okay? You should know them by the things that they say, the things that they do. Okay? How they act. Time will tell. There's only so long you can fake it. You can't fake it till you make it on this thing, because you making it is you getting on those chariots. One thing he said that resonated with me also was he said Veni Vidi Vici, like he got some type of victory. You look into that word Veni Vidi Vici, it goes back to a Roman, some type of war victory that he won. If you think you got the victory already, you are a lost soul, man. You completely you're a reprobate. You don't get it. You think the bag determines your if you're saved or not, I don't know. You think the more money you get, it's gonna save you? I mean, how many times do you have to read Revelation the 13th chapter? You gotta buy or sell with the mark of the beast, man. So no matter how much money you get right now before the MOTB is implemented. So you must be preparing yourself to take that chip. Okay? You're seeing the price of Bitcoin go up. A lot of people ain't gonna want to give that up. You can have a little piece of a Bitcoin right now. That shit could be worth $20,000, $30,000, man. Okay? A lot of people are not gonna want to give that up. Okay, and clearly, he's on the path to destruction. Talking about I had many wives, man. That's sad. That's why, listen to Paul. Somebody like Paul, not too many people in the ministry are like the former prophets. What you see in Israel now is a degenerate version of the Israelites in the past, man. Of course, we're degenerate. We're nothing like our forefathers were. Nothing like Abraham. Abraham had all this money, and he's put all that aside to go save Lot. You think you would just, a lot of y'all be like, shit, I'm already good. Lot got money. If he can't, hey, let the Most High will be done. Nah, he wasn't like that. You know what I mean? He went and got Lot. Okay, he went and fought for Lot, man. Because he knew he was dealing with the Most High. Same way, that's the spirit that we're coming in, man. We know that we're dealing with the Most High when he allows us to still learn and seek him on a day-to-day. Whether it be on or off camera. We still trying to serve the Lord to the best of our ability. We're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We got our garments on. We don't want to wear the garments of the heathens. We don't want to sow fig leaves so we can go back into the world and be like the rest of these heathen. No, we want to rule over them. Because that's the only way we can really prosper. That's the only way we can really get the bag, man. That's the real bag, man. There's more money than this earth. The Lord said there's many mansions, man. So imagine planets, the shit that Esau can only dream about, we're actually going to be doing. Okay? He don't have enough time to even, it's just, that's his vain imagination. A lot of shit he's talking about. Going to the outer space and going on the asteroids and taking the minerals. You ain't doing none of that shit, man. All of that belongs to Israel. So if you're not part of that, then you're laboring in vain. The rest of your labors from here on out is in vain. Okay? But like I said, when you watch the video, he wasn't really saying, in my opinion, that he wasn't an Israelite. He was saying that he's not associating with or representing himself as an Israelite when he goes on the social media platforms. But he ain't say he's gonna stop doing the social media platforms and disappear. No, he said he's gonna be putting out more shit, more topics, more of this, more folly, man. Okay, he's showing yourself to be a fool. All right, and we don't want that type of mindset, man. We want that mindset to be enduring. The Lord he can just take you up out of here, man. He don't even have to continue with this folly with you. But clearly, we all got a purpose that we got to fulfill. Okay, and I just hope my lot ain't getting put to death in a grievous way. I hope that my lot is to receive what our forefathers always wanted to receive, man. That blessing, that salvation, ultimately. To see the fall of our enemies. Okay, like it says in the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter. Let me grab that. Okay? Because that's what really matters, man. None of this shit really matters. If you ain't right with the Most High, man, I wouldn't want to be around anybody who ain't right with the Most High, man. You might get thrust through with him. Okay? Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 in verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. So that's what's going to make you happy. Okay? That's what's going to make you happy, man. When you see the fall of your enemy, you don't even know how much you're going to rejoice in that day. Because you think your enemy's your friend. You're going to be happy when you're with Yahweh Shai, man. You're going to be happy. You're going to remember what he had to go through in order for you to see him again. It's all going to be plain as day. You're going to have all knowledge of everything that happened. It starts here on this side. A lot of y'all ain't going to get it on this side, though. Daniel the 12th chapter tells you about that, man. Okay? Some of y'all are going to have your head down in the kingdom. Because you you're gonna wish you did your best on this side to uphold and glorify the Most High and His Son. You're gonna wish you never went back into the world, because when you see what He's gonna give you, when you're gonna think like, damn, I don't even deserve this shit. I don't even deserve it, man. I didn't even put my all into serving the Lord, man. And he was on our side, man. There's no other gods but Him, and I ain't even serving, man. I wouldn't have served something that didn't even exist. Foolishness, man. And that's the thing about Israel, man. Constantly going off. Now, on an individual level, that's what you're doing. On an individual level, you're going off, man. Okay? You're going off. Let me see if I'm finished with that. Jeremiah 23 and 21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they read. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. Okay? Yet they prophesied. These men still claim to speak in the name of the Lord. They misled the people with lies, peace messages, and vain hopes, often contradicting the real prophets like Jeremiah. Yeah, you often contradict the real prophets like Jeremiah, man. Oh, it's a movement, you know, this is a movement. No, this is not a movement, man. For the true believers, I can only speak for myself. A movement is more so, how can I say it? Let's see what the definition of a movement is. Okay. What is a movement? Let's see. It says a group of people working together to advance their shared political, social, or artistic ideas. Let me see if there's another definition. A principal division of a longer musical word, self-sufficient in terms, key, tempo, and structure. What is a movement? In a trend or something. Something like that. In context of trends, a movement refers to a specific instance of change or a particular direction within a broader trend. It's the way a trend manifests itself at a given time, often characterized by its direction, strength, and duration. For example, within a general upward trend in the stock market, there might be several upward price movements followed by pullbacks or sideways movements. Overall pattern of price movement, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. What I'm trying to see is give me the definition of movement, but it's kind of like a trend. Like this is like a trend, a movement, something that's just here temporarily. It's not gonna last long. He said he was co-playing an Israelite. Okay. But the scriptures tell you in Judges the 5th chapter, because it is somewhat of a co-play. Because you've been discontinued from your heritage. Okay? The Israelites. All right, so even if you're not an Israelite, you believing in this book, you don't understand the truth of this thing, man. Salvation is for Israel. Okay? So you believe in something false, man. You already been deceived. You're done. Okay? But co-playing, let's see what the scriptures say about that. Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water. Yeah, the noise of the archers are where the thermonuclear missiles are going to hit, which is here in America. This is Babylon. This is the place that's supposedly supposed to get hit. Or not supposedly. It's going to get hit according to biblical prophecy. Okay? And how do we know that? We know that through Revelation the 17th chapter. Revelation 17, Revelation 18. What nation has committed this type of fornication where every other nation has followed them? It's America. Okay, it's clear as day to see. That mystery Babylon. All right. So they're going to be delivered from the noise of the archers, which is the thermonuclear missiles, and the places of drawing water. Where did the Israelites serve slavery at, other than ancient Egypt? modern day Egypt, according to Revelation 11 and 8 verse, showing you that America is synonymous with Sodom and Egypt. Okay? So that's what that's talking about. The places of drawing water, when you read the book of Joshua, the 9th chapter, the Gibeonites were acting like they were not, they came from a far land to come see Israel, disguising themselves so they can make a covenant not to get put to death, because there was a decree that the Israelites should slaughter all the Canaanites in that land by the Most High. And when they found out that they were lying, they made them drawers of water and hewers of wood, which is slavery. Okay? And the Israelites served slavery here in America. All right? Judges chapter 5, verse 11. Even the righteous, I'll read it again. Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Yeah, and this is where we're rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, Yahweh. Okay, this is where we learn about Yahweh. This is where Great Millstone came out of. This is how we got the truth now. Okay, we learned that here, which is prophecy being fulfilled. That's prophecy in the book of Judges, in the Old Testament. Okay, we learned that through our apostles and elders on down. Who else is teaching that? Okay, it's hard to make something up that can wake up people to actually believe in there's something that they already believed in. Okay, showing you that you were already asleep, that you needed needed a teacher, just like the scriptures tell you. So it's not like it's going off based off your own imagination. No, it's written, and the elders, the prophets, they showed you these things. And if you're part of that number, the elect, the remnant, the hopeful elect, then it'll be clear as day to you. It'll make plenty of sense to you. It's not that hard. You know, this is like Old English. You got to go back into Hebrew, of course, and search these things for yourself. But that's what it is, man. Then we go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Who went into slavery again with ships? Was it the small hat? Did he go through that? Where in the Bible does it talk about the Holocaust, man? Even though that means a burnt offering. There's a Holocaust coming here to Babylon, man. And you're going to get burnt up. That's what Peter was talking about. Okay, it's coming. And you're going to fit that prophecy. Okay, because you're an Edomite. Not because you're Israel, man. Daniel the 9th chapter tells you nothing that's been done worse than Israel, man. These Edomites, even the elites know who they are, and they know who we are too. They know who's waking up. They see it. Okay, that's why these decrees are going out more. That's why Duck is, every day, he got a fucking big ass vein coming up out of his damn head. His veins are popping out of his head because the Lord, hurry the hell up. Hurry up. The Lord's in control of all of this mess, man. And the more people that fall out, that's a good sign, man. That's a beautiful sign if you're still standing for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? It's time to be bold for the Lord, man. There's going to be a time you can't serve him in the grave, and there's going to be a time he's going to be taking this word off the street. He's already getting rid of PBS. Eventually, it's going to trickle down to the prophets. Coming down to the, making you a offender of a word. And I done offended this devil multiple times, man. Multiple times. Amalek, multiple times. You have no control over this, man. The Lord, if he's guiding me, the Lord's will he is. I never had smoke with Amalek before I came into this truth. Now I hate him with a passion. And Esau eat him too. Especially if you come in the spirit of an Edomite. You could be a 2/3 Israelite. You could look just like me. But if you ain't serving the Lord, man, you damn near an Edomite. It's the same thing. Okay, the Lord tells you that after 2 or 3 admonitions, kind of you gotta treat him like a heathen man. That's most of the nation. Most of the nation of Israel, 66.6%, man. You gotta treat them like heathen. Okay? Because the majority of them ain't gonna make it anyway. You see what Job had to go through. He lost his kids, he lost everything. Wife turned on him, his house, all of his wealth. And none of y'all are nearly as close, and you covet way more than he was. He didn't understand what was going on with him. But then he learned. And that's the main example you need to understand, is that you, if you're part of the elect, which Job represents the elect, you pretty much gonna lose it all. You can almost guarantee it. But he said he's gonna save your children too. So some of y'all, that's not gonna happen. Some of y'all not gonna taste the death. Shit, you might die and he saved your family. Who knows? There's a scripture that says you can't pluck the elect out of the Lord's hand, which means that MOTB is not going to be, there's no way that's going to be able to go inside of your children or your wife or you. All right? He's going to give you the power. You're going to be full of the spirit like Stephen. That's what matters, man. Being full of that spirit. Because I was reading something in, it says the spirit, I got to get it. It's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. And I think it's the 5th verse. Where are you at? That's a matter of fact, hold on, I ain't finished with this. Judges 5:11, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of the villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. Exactly, man. Then we going back to the gates, man. Back in the rulership. Determined that we're going to be the elites. Okay? We're going to be the illuminated ones. You're going to be coming to the light. You're going to be coming to Jerusalem. You're going to want to be learning our ways like Queen Sheba. Okay? Every Israelite man going to have 100% be perfect in the kingdom. And they're going to be righteous. All right? You ain't just on this side, you see them, they're bugged out. They're in and out the truth. They're going back into the world. It ain't going to be like that. We're not going to have to come out here and teach anymore. We're going to have these laws, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts. We don't have to, we'll judge you right on sight. Okay? We'll judge you right on sight, man. A righteous judgment. Off with your head if that's what if it's worthy of death. You ain't got to see a day in jail, man. Do something worthy of death, it's off with your head, man. Or it might be a public stoning out here. Who knows? But I'll tell you one thing, that's going to save more people than if we don't do it. Because that's where the righteous judgment is. Here it is. You got, look at this place, man. You got Jeffrey Epstein, got the whole damn database and everything, and you're hiding it. So that means there's a bunch of pedophiles out here doing whatever the hell they want to do. Just like they always been. But ain't no one more profane than the so-called white man Esau Edom. When you read Hebrews 12 and 16, it tells you that word profane goes back to pornos. He's a damn freak. He's worse than P. Diddy. He's worse than Jeffrey Epstein. And he's been doing it longer than all the pedophiles combined together. He's been doing it since the beginning. All right, let me grab this in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. I'm dropping that. And I'm dropping that. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Drop that. Drop that, and let's get back to the Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. And verse number, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 7. It says, wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon God, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison to her. So he regarded wisdom higher than even the throne. Okay? He regarded wisdom more. He said riches can't even be compared to it, man. Okay? But a lot of y'all, you desire this money. You desire mammon. That's your God. Okay? So you got to expect people to fall out, man. That's a powerful demon, because Jake ain't really never had shit. You know, you grow up, you know, you got these nasty bitches who see money, and they'll flock to you. You know, they'll flock to you because it looks like you got it. Okay? But in the days to come, according to Isaiah 4 and 1, 7 women shall take hold of one man, because men like that, they all gonna get put to death. Men like that, they gonna be shipped out to war. Men like that, they gonna get the MOTB, they're gonna get a grievous sore, and they're gonna die. So they're not gonna have anybody, women, they're not gonna be desirable in that day. If the Lord ain't dealing with you, there's no way. And then these troops that are gonna be out here, man. You think the ICE agents are some of the most wicked men you ever seen in this life? Just because they got a badge don't mean they're good, man. It's a certain type of spirit that everyone got a certain lot. They're the same spirits. Those are those anxious spirits, man. That they're gonna be in the spirit of Esau. And like I said in Hebrews 12:16, look it up for yourself. Look up the Greek. These people are in the spirit of Esau. Even Jake. Okay? They'll take some shit, man. You women are bugged the fuck out. I saw something online. This woman was in an alleyway with a bunch of homeless people, and the homeless people were like, what the fuck are you doing over here? And she was just there. You know, like, they were confused, like, what are you doing over here? She looked like she had money. She looked like she's well fed. She thinks she's, you know, but she rather be over. I don't know what the hell's going on with these Edomite women, man. They're out of their mind. These women are out of their mind. All nations, man. I'm not even talking about specifically the so-called black woman. The so-called white woman's out of her fucking mind, too. Out of her fucking mind, man. Okay? She's a fucking demon, too. She's more of a demon, in my opinion, than Jake. She's the one that was getting your ass hung up, lying about you. And these days, she's going to be getting you. I forgot who was doing the video. I think it was the Kingdom Minded. They were saying how people are they're gonna be giving you up. They're gonna be giving you Jakes up, man. You trusting these bitches. I don't care what race she is, man. These women are out of their fucking mind. All of them. And if the Lord's not dealing with them, man, they ain't gonna make it anyways. Majority of you women gonna die. Because you outnumber the men. And y'all are the most wicked thing this earth has ever seen, man. There's nothing more wicked than a damn woman. They don't take any accountability. They want all this. This world was created for you. This is the. You're in the blessing. You're in your blessing. Okay, that Eve fell for. This is the kingdom. You're like, you married to Esau. So when you have this understanding, it should comfort you, man. All these things, everything that's written should comfort you, because now you have complete understanding why things are going the way it's going. And it's better to be mournful now, and the Lord's going to exalt you. Those beautiful ashes, man. That's what we're looking for. Humbling ourselves down. Yeah, we might not get it in this life. We might not get it in this time, but we're going to have it in the next. Because Jacob is Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so we putting on this Jake, and this is what the elect will be doing in these last days, man. They'll be serving the Lord. They'll be giving up more of this world to serve the Lord. But the non-elect, they're gonna be giving up what we're doing here to go join the world. It's balanced, and that's how the Lord wants it to be. Okay, so it's time to be 10 toes down for the Lord if you weren't before. All right, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 10, and Sirach chapter 10 in verse 9, it says, why is earth and ashes proud? Why there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. Yeah, he casteth. Why is earth and ashes proud? Why is earth and ashes proud? What does that mean? You're made from the dust. You're here temporarily, and then you give up the ghost. But you act like you're not made from dust. You weren't created. You weren't, like, you can control what you're doing down here, man. Now, you that clay that the Heavenly Father used to do whatever purpose you're here to do, to receive that judgment that he got coming for you, and you proud. Okay? Why are you proud? You don't got a new body. You still subject to all the judgments of the Heavenly Father. You ain't on the Lord's good side yet, but you're proud. There's a scripture that tells you if you're going to boast in what you do for the Lord. Let me grab that as a matter of fact. If you're going to boast about anything, instead of, oh, I made $40,000 last month. I made $60,000 2 months. I'm getting the bag. Okay? Um, boast in the Lord. First Corinthians. Let's get that. First Corinthians 1, verse number 31. It says, oh, I gotta go into it. First Corinthians 1, verse 31. That according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Exactly. It actually is that the one I'm looking for? I don't think. Let's give me a couple precepts. Yeah, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. That's a good one. It's still kind of saying the same thing, but it might be 2 Corinthians 10 and 17. Let me grab that. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 17. I started 16. To preach the gospel in the regions beyond you, and not to boast in another man's line of things made ready to our hand, but he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. I'm looking boast, man. Let me put in boast. I know it's in the New Testament. You see it? Anybody know? No. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little bit. Yeah, 2 Corinthians. I can't find it. I can't find it, man. Can't find it. It might be 2 Corinthians. I can't remember. I say again, 2 Corinthians 11 and 16. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. That which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolishly in this confidence of boasting. Okay, I don't know where it's at. First Corinthians 1 and 37. I can't find it. Okay. Let me read that again. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. Yes, and that's against the law. You know, thou shalt not covet in Exodus the 20th chapter. Let's grab that. Coveting after the wicked, man. Exodus chapter 20, verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Yeah, you ain't supposed to covet thy neighbor's house, man. All right? You're supposed to covet. Romans chapter 7, verse 7. It says, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law, for I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet. Yeah, so you're not supposed to covet, man. Meaning pretty much wanting to take something that don't belong to you. Okay? Because it just leads, it's some form of idolatry for you to covet, man. All these sins is some form of idolatry. You not being obedient to the Lord is some form of idolatry. So you want to prevent yourself from putting yourself in a position to do such things, man. You want to stay away from people who provoke you to be like that. Okay? It's the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy and forbid not to speak with tongues. Yes, so covet to prophesy. If you want to covet anything, covet to prophesy. Okay? That's the main thing you want to covet in these last days. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 29, in verse and there's a couple precepts. It's the book of Sirach 29 and 10. Loose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost. Let me read that. Loose thy money. Let's grab that. See what that means. Ecclesiasticus 29 and 11, meaning. Ecclesiasticus 29:11, meaning. It says, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Did I read that? No, I meant 10. That's the next verse. Ecclesiasticus 29:10, meaning. Let me read that again. Ecclesiasticus 29:10, meaning. It says, loose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost. Okay, this verse encourages the righteous to use their wealth for good, especially in helping your brother, which is a fellow Israelite, and your friend, rather than hoarding it selfishly. And that's what he plans to do. He ain't planning to help nobody out. He's in it for himself. It's all selfishness. Okay? For what? You can't promise your day tomorrow. You ain't in a new body, man. That's that earth and ashes being proud, thinking you're gonna live to see the day where you can spend every dime that you make. You're not gonna live to see the day. You should have been more in a repentant state. But a lot of y'all Israelites got your consolation on this side. So that's part of your prize. And then you take your judgment. Okay, but we rather not take the prize now, wait and suffer, show that the spirit, man. Be patient. Being a saint. Keep prophesying. Store up your riches in heaven. Getting this true understanding of the Bible. Getting into these words. Okay? It says, Salakia, where is it? It says, loose thy money for thy brother and thy friend. Loose here means to willingly part with it, to use it generously for those in need. Giving to a brother or friend in hardship is not truly a loss. It's a righteous investment. This includes alms, lending out without usury, and acts of mercy. But Israel don't know how to do that. They don't know nothing about that, man. They don't know nothing about that. Now they just want to get more and more and more, store more and more up, and let this devil take it away in the end. Okay? Let it not rust under a stone to be lost, a warning against hoarding or hiding wealth. In ancient times, people buried money under stones or in hidden places, but it would decay, be forgotten, or stolen. Spiritually unused wealth, especially when it could help the poor, is wasted and brings no reward. Yeah, because you're going to die with it. And guess what? Somebody else is going to spend that money, man. Someone unrighteous is going to spend your hard-earned money, man. It's vanity. You should be using this platform to promote the Lord more so than yourself. But that's what happens with a lot of jakes. They get this platform, they get a following, and then they lose themselves in this thing, man. You become something else, man. Okay? But that's not the precept I want. But I want to read down to the point. Sirach 29:11, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Yeah, lay up that treasure with the commandments. Okay? It says, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High. This refers to investing spiritually, not materially. Okay? Because spiritual wisdom, as a matter of fact, that's the precept I want with Wisdom of Solomon, 7th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, in verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of God, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. Exactly. So she's more moving than any motion, man. So when you compare wisdom, it exceeds anything physical. It's not something physical can be boxed in. Okay? But the spirit isn't like that. It transcends physical capability. This is why we need to be more spiritual. And that's what wisdom is. Achieving this wisdom is going to allow you to be not boxed in. Okay? Because ultimately, you know the Lord, this devil can't put you into a corner if you know the truth. Even if he puts you in a corner and threatens you with death, this wisdom is what's going to keep you stable, to make you pass whatever test the Lord got you going through. So this is the principal thing. This is the thing we should be getting into. Okay? Back in Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29. Ecclesiasticus 29. And verse, I'll start at 19. A wicked man transgressing the commandments of the Lord shall fall into shortship. Ecclesiastes, I don't know what that is. It looks like it's a typo. Ecclesiasticus 29:19 meaning. Let's see what it says. It says, a wicked man transgressing the commandments of the Lord shall fall into suretyship, and he that undertaketh many matters shall fall into judgment. This verse gives a warning against two dangers: becoming a surety or a financial guarantor, irresponsible, and overcoming yourself to too many matters. Both are connected to disobedience and pride, and they lead to ruin. Suretyship, becoming financially responsible for someone else's debt, like co-signing a loan. It says the Bible warns against this without discernment. The wicked man here ignores the Most High's commandments about money, trust, and responsibility. It suggests that unrighteous behavior leads people to foolish financial risks, and those risks often lead to ruin or slavery. Yeah. And and where your mind is, that's where your treasure's going to be. If your mind's in this world, you're going to be occupied with this world, man. It's going to lead to you being enslaved, taking Revelation 13 and 16. But let me jump down. This is the point. Ecclesiasticus 29 and 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. Exactly. That's all you really need, man. Be content with what the Most High has given you, man. If you got those three things, man, you're doing all right. Be content with that. But I'm ending right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak Wadash. Shalom, Abba Bal, Kwam Yasharala.